far as reinventing yourself as a man and just creating a new image of yourself. But before we get into that, I want my guest to introduce himself. But yeah, me and him, we go way back. This like little bro to me. We grew up together. Always been around the family. Like we locked in. So go on, introduce yourself.
I go by TJ Mafia, so yeah.
Facts.
TJ Mafia, so on everything.
Yeah. Tell them what you do. The music.
I do everything, man. I'm in music. I really just started A&R, so I really like stepped away from the artist side.
Okay.
I'm in the A&R now. I
How
got my
that
clothing
journey
line,
Dope.
It's different. It's different than being an artist. I say some days I feel like I want to be an artist again, just because it's easier. Though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
but I like this shit.
It's just something new. Anytime something new, everything new gonna be hard at one point. Just like the first day you start rapping versus now. Like,
Exactly. That's what I was just telling my homie. I'm like, cause like I remember when I was like, man, like I kept telling him like I want to do this A&R shit. I'm like, damn, I'm like, it's crazy because when I wanted to rap, I just started rapping. I'm like,
yeah.
It was like that easy. I'm like, I'm gonna start rapping. I started rapping. So I was just like, I'm gonna just do this shit. Like, you feel me?
No doubt. But yeah, y'all can find him at his handles, what he told you. But y'all already know, before we get into anything, I like to give you guys a wealth law. And this week's wealth law from one of my favorite books, and you already know I ain't telling you the book. Is rich people admire other rich people, and rich people admire other rich and successful people, and poor people resent rich and successful people. And if you don't really, I'm gonna give you an image of what that means. Let's just say somebody in traffic, right? Like somebody in traffic in a Rolls Royce or a nice exotic car pull up, and they look over them and they kind of like turn their nose up at them, rich ass, stingy people, just bashing them, hate shit basically. And you can't get what you negate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say you want to be rich and resent rich people.
Definitely.
It's two different vibrations. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see somebody out there, regardless of who they are, what they do, or how they got it, if you want that one day, like, your mentality needs to be, that's what's up. So you need to low-key congratulate them. And you ain't got to voice it out loud, but internally, you need to be at peace and, just not have no hate on your heart. Because even if you don't say that shit, even if you see him and you think some hating shit, you still sending that energy out there that I don't want this. So whenever I see anybody doing anything on a high level, I'm like, that's lit as fuck. That's what's up. Hell yeah. Because it's sending the universe that, you like this. Because you can't say one thing and do another. So rich people, they just admire other rich, successful people, and poor people, they be on that hating shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find out how to get one. Definitely.
Exactly.
Like.
So yeah, and what else we got? Oh yeah, my favorite. We got I See You Black Man. So this is a part of the show where I highlight another black man who out here doing this thing. Because we be out here working hard at what we do, and a lot of the times there is no congratulations until the end. A lot of times there is no recognition until you get to where you're going. Because motherfucker don't care until you win type shit. So I like to catch a nigga in his process and let him know, like, yo, I see you. And this week is my boy, man. His name is Freddie. He go by Freddie Food Fetish on Instagram. And actually this week, he's a chef. And the boy food is, first of all, it tastes great. My boy cooked for me 1,000 times. And his page is that shit just make you hungry. It's called Freddie Food Fetish. And recently, earlier this week, Terreno Bread, I don't know, if y'all seen the logo, y'all know what I'm talking about. They actually posted his content, so that was big for him. They got like 20,000 followers. But I see you, bro. Keep doing your thing, man. All right, so let's get into it. Today's topic is reinventing yourself. And that can mean a few different things. Because people feel like, especially when you get caught up in a certain environment, that once people know you this way and once you've established yourself as this certain way, like, you can't change. Like, this is who you are and this is what people know you for, and you can't become a new person as this certain way. So, Yeah, so and you can't become a new person, and people get caught up in that, especially because of the environments they in, because the people around you won't allow you to change. Especially if you grow up like kind of in the hood. Once people know you a certain way, you know they damn near not even gonna accept you as another way. They gonna you gonna be looked at it as you changing, like you tweaking, bro. Like nigga, what you trying to be like, you know? But you can definitely reinvent yourself. I've done it a few times. I seen a meme that said, y'all be scared to start over. It's like my third life. I'm about to start a new life next year. I'm planning it now. I'm finna be a whole new, you know what I'm saying? But that's the beauty of it. And me and you, we both come from the same environment. And I think back to when I was like right after high school, just the crowd I was with and the activities I was involved in, it's like totally different now. Like I meet somebody and they'll get educated on my past or the shit I used to do, and they can't even imagine it. Like, get the fuck out of here. He was doing this, he was doing what? Because of I reinvented myself and I reestablished myself, and it is what it is. So with and what would you say the hardest part about stepping into a new version of yourself?
I feel like, well, for me at least, like it was like convincing myself for real.
That's big.
That was probably like the hardest. It wasn't really like trying to get everybody to accept it. Because I always knew like anything I do, everybody gonna accept it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always felt like that. But like it was like, damn, can I not do music no more? Like, cause I don't like, it was like hard for me. Like, man, I'm coming from being a wild little nigga. Like, I ain't really on that. Like I go out to the club, I be in the back. You feel me? I did ass fall asleep in the club for real. Like,
there's pictures of me sleeping in
no
the club.
cap, like real shit. Like, so it's like just like convincing yourself, like, all right, this who I am. You feel me? Like, I'm really that cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting money. Like, I ain't trying to. You feel me? Like, cause I feel like at a certain like point, you feel like you gotta like live up to some shit.
Yeah.
You know? I'm the wild one, so you feel me? I gotta be wild when I pop out. You get what I'm saying? It's just like you get caught up in that shit. You feel me? And I kind of had to step away from that shit. Tell myself first, like, all right, man, we ain't, you know.
And social acceptance and like peer pressure and just just dealing with your peers. Like, but the biggest thing before I get into that is what you said, as far as you got to convince yourself first. You got to change your own mind. And because it's not like you being fake. Like at one point, this is who you were. This is who I am type shit. So to make the decision that I'm not gonna be him anymore, and I'm gonna reinvent myself and be this better version, you will almost get imposter syndrome. You heard of that?
No, I never heard of it.
So imposter syndrome is when you step into a new realm and you feel like you faking it. You know what I'm saying? It don't feel authentic yet because you still caught up in who you were and you're trying to become something new. So that new thing is conflicting with what you always felt. So as you're trying to become and change to be a better person, it's like you feel like you being fake.
Exactly.
But that's just a transition. You just kind of growing into this new person. And I'll still get that shit to this day. But if you're not getting that shit, well, if you are getting, like, if you feel like imposter syndrome is coming along to you, that means you're just growing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People won't know that that's how you're supposed to feel before you get to the new version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You would feel like, I'm faking it. And I'll feel like that probably a few times a year. I'm constantly growing into a new person. I grow, it's like, I ain't even going to use that analogy, but I grow, and after I've been in a certain place for a while, and because when you grow, you got to change your circle too. That's the thing. That's how you gonna grow. Because if let's say you grow and you're around your same circle, that's gonna cause you to go back to what you always knew. You know, my biggest thing, I think my circle changed maybe 2 or 3 times in my life. You know, I've been around all kind of different people. You know, it started out as I'm in the hood a lot. So I'm around hood mentality, I'm around hood activities, I'm doing hood things, I'm doing legal things, and it just makes sense. Like right now, I can't even see. You can grow so far away from where you used to be that you lose touch with what's going on. Like I remember I used to be like scamming or whatever. You know, when the scam was going crazy, maybe 2009, 2012, some shit like that. And when you in that world, you can always be up on what's the newest lick. You in tune. Your circle around you, your boy might come up on something. He got a new lick. Oh, we could do this. We could do that. But when you step away from that shit, I wouldn't even know how to scam right now. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Somebody tell you some shit, it's gonna be like, damn, they
I'm gonna be like,
what?
what?
Oh, God.
Right. But had I stayed in that life, I would have always been connected to the growth of that environment because it doesn't change. It just elevates. Every environment elevates, but are you going into the right direction or the wrong direction? Just like everything also has worlds. Like you got the scam world, you got the drug world, you got the corporate world, you got the factory world, you got the trades world, like the trucking industry. Like everything you get involved into is going to be a world, and there's going to be people that connects you and educate you on what's going on in that. So when you decide to switch lanes and go into a new world, it's different, but it's also going to be easier for you to adapt to that new environment because you kind of changed it. And then I never felt like I switched up on anybody. Cause I can still go where I used to go. I'm still respected like I used to be respected. You know what I'm saying? And cause they, real ones gonna see what you trying to do. Like bro trying to get away from this shit. Bro trying to get better himself. He doing different things, and it's just gonna be respected.
Yeah. Nah, I be thinking about that all the time. Like I ride down the block and I'll be like, damn, I really used to pull up over here like the crack of dawn every day and just sit.
Crazy.
I mean, granted, I wasn't just sitting on the block, like, you feel me, but like that was like cool to me.
Yeah,
like,
that was
like
a thing
cool
to do.
Day. Like I go over there, get something to eat. You feel me? I'm on the block all day.
Post up with the guys.
I don't care. Like, you feel me? Everything I need gonna come to me. You feel me? So like, but now, like you say, like I couldn't picture myself doing that shit. Like,
low key, I haven't been over where I grew up in so long. I fuck around and be the new face.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's so many
faces.
Yeah, it's like so many. And then they'll look at me like, who is you? And I'm, nigga, who are you? Type
No
shit.
bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many. It's a new wave of little niggas who, some of them gonna grow from that environment, and some of them gonna get stuck in there for a long time.
It's sad to see once you step away from it, though.
Once you step away from it, yeah.
When you in it, though, you don't really see it like that.
Nope. And it's what's gonna take to step out of anywhere. We ain't just talking about the hood. What's it gonna take to take you out of any environment is you're gonna have to be exposed to something new. One of my favorite statements is once the mind is expanded to an idea, it's impossible to retract. And when I remember the biggest shift that changed for me, it was I was around 22, 23. I was just kind of stepping away from, just being in the hood, going to shoot dice and, going to different, like all of that shit. I was just stepping away from that, and I started traveling. And what city was that? It was L.A. I went to L.A. by myself when I was like maybe 23. It just because I wanted something different. I'm like, I want to be exposed to something different. I ain't never really been nowhere. I'm like, I'm finna go to L.A. I rented me a Camaro. I got my hotel, and it was just me, just vibes. I never forget. It was as a young nigga. I got a Camaro. I'm riding through L.A.
Yeah.
At the not the crack of dawn, but like the sunset. Like the shit was just mad beautiful,
yeah.
mad beautiful. And I'm just riding. I'm like, damn, G, like this what's out here. This feel good. I feel better. My vibration is higher. I'm thinking, I'm thinking on a new level. And I remember I was driving through the hills, and I drove all the way up to this crib, and the crib I drove up to, it was like on the top of the hill, and you can see like LA. It was like that, and I just drove up. I parked. I got out the car, sat on the hood. I got a picture of that right now. I sat on the hood, and I swear to God, I was like, that day, I'm like, I'm gonna be rich. That was the day I like made the decision that, all right, I'm gonna do what it takes. I'm gonna commit to getting to another life. And so exposure will change you. But if you never see better, you won't do better. As soon as you go to a different environment, because it's gonna be, that shit gonna be in your mind. It's gonna be like, I know it's better out here. So you're gonna start thinking of new ways to get to what you experienced. I remember Steve Harvey, he said, You got flying first class one time. And what do you mean by that? If you normally travel and you economy, he said one day pay that extra money to get in first class, because what's gonna happen? You're gonna experience. You're gonna be boarding first. You're gonna have all the leg room. They're gonna be, the amenities is better, drinks, liquor, food better, all of that.
Perks.
The perks. He said once you experience that, your mind is gonna start working. Cause you like, I got to get back to first class. Cause you're gonna go back to economy because you just ain't at that level yet. But you just want to expose yourself to it.
Definitely.
And you're gonna be thinking the way, I got to get back to that. I got to start flying like that. I got to start living like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people sometimes never get exposed to nothing better. That's why it's good when some people. It's a lot of stories like people got like rich family members or whatever. You're in the hood or whatever. You got that one rich family member. They bring you to the mansion. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, this dope as hell. Ooh. It's like, and they doing that to expose you to more, to let you know that if you want it, you know what I'm saying, you can go out there and get it.
Oh, bullshit. Yeah, I think my homie had got signed like probably like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they like flew him to LA. He was staying out in a mansion for like 2-3 months.
Hard.
And he was just like, like, bro, you can come whenever.
Yeah.
So that's all we need is an invitation. And I went out there, bro, and I remember like we like drove up to his house. Like it was on it, like, and we were like in Encino. And I looked up Encino, that's like one of the richest places in the world, like in the United States. Mm-hmm. I'm just driving up, I'm damn, like we in a range. We walk in, it's a pool in the back. And it was just like, what I'm saying, we in Cali, so of course we smoking. It was just like, damn, I'm like, bro, like you said, I just instantly thought like, I'm like overlooking everything I'm seeing in the people's backyard and shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Damn, bro, I gotta give me one of these. Like that's all I could think of. Like I need to get me one of these. Mm-hmm. Like I need my own. You feel me? So, hell yeah, that exposure, bro. Like that shit'll do like wonders for your mind for real. Like. Because I think, like, ever since I went to Cali, it was just like I was always like, man, I need to go back. I need to go back. It was almost like a retreat for me.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I go there and just, like, be so, like, you know what I'm saying, in it. Like, to the point, like you say, I'm out there by myself renting cars, and I'm just, like, driving, like, damn, like. I never thought life could be like this, but I know it could get crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get it.
So, hell yeah.
And you
Shout out to my boy for that exposure too, bro. I appreciate that.
That's hard. Yeah, we need people like that. We need people that's on higher levels than us to and sometimes that's all you need. Like you don't need a motherfucker to give you a handout, none of that. You guys exposure do the trick. Cause if you got that in you, you know what I'm saying, it just need to be lit. It just need to be lit. And I remember if you can get access to a mentor is A1. A1. I never forget, G. I had just came back from LA. This was maybe like a year later. I was connected to a certain group of people for some years, and they was great people. That's a big part of the reason my mentality changed. And I was talking to my mentor. He sat me down. He'd sit me down like maybe every 3 months, every quarter, like what you want to do, or what's your goals for the next 90 days, type shit. And I'm like, yeah, I want this car. I think it was an X6 at the time. I'm like, yeah, I want this car. I think I had it on my vision board and everything. And he like, bet. He like, when did you test drive it? I'm like, nah, nigga, I'm far away from that. I can't afford that shit at all right now, G. I'm like barely. Like, nah, I didn't go test drive it. He like, you need to go test drive it. You need to sit behind the wheel. You need to feel the leather. You need to smell the smell. You need to know how it rides, because it's gonna boost your vibration and it's gonna bring it closer to you. You know what I'm saying? As long as you put in the work, we ain't talking about no magical shit. Just manifestation without work, faith without work is dead. But he was explaining the importance of what that's gonna do to my mind, sitting behind that wheel. You know what I'm saying, and feeling it. You gonna start to, I'm fucking rubber band this. You gonna these damn braces. You gonna start to work towards getting that. And I remember it was another situation. I had a high rise on my vision board, and I already knew it. When we had our conversation that next month. He like, what you want to do? I'm like, man, I seen this high rise I want to live in one day. He like, did you go see it? I'm like, nah, man, go see it. And he actually went with me, and I was still like kind of like had the not a hood mentality, but just the ways or whatever. So he like, let's book an appointment to see the apartment. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I'm nowhere near it financially. And I think it was like on the 40th floor type shit. It was the one right by Soldier Field, the real tall, right next to the NEMA. It's an apartment building called the NEMA.
Yeah, I know
It was the
exactly what you're
one.
talking about.
Yeah, it was the one. It's the one right, right by the Lakeshore Drive. And we go see it, and I pull up. I think I had some jeans on, some Timbs, a hoodie, whatever the case may be, and my mentor pull up with me. He casual, what I mean, clean cut, type shit. And so we looking through it, and then when we left, he was like, he gave me some more game. He like, I'm not telling you how to, present dress or whatever, but he like, you got to learn how to code switch. Like what you got on is not a problem, but it ain't gonna get you what you want in this environment. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to code switch. He said, when you come in these environments, go ahead and throw on some, just keep it clean cut. It ain't gotta be too flashy or whatever. You just want to present yourself, because people gon', first impressions is everything. I know you a sharp dude, but they're gonna look at you how you present yourself. In this environment, presenting yourself like that might not serve you how you want. You might get judged for what you're not. In your environment, that's gonna work in your favor, but you just gotta learn how to code switch. Yeah. And code switching, man, that's a big key. Code switching is being able. It's almost like being a chameleon. When you go into different environments, dress for the environment. Present yourself in a way where you can just adapt and move in any room. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying don't get that confused with faking, changing who you are type shit. But just know how to move them chess pieces when you get into these different environments.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's a different ball game when you chilling with the guys versus when you trying to get some money from somebody on a deal or close some shit. Your verbiage got to change. You know what
I ain't gonna lie, I learned that like just moving in the streets for real, like and doing what I do. Like it's just like you can't always be the. I feel like everybody aim to be like the toughest, or like like just like a certain like you gotta, like you said, you gotta learn how to code switch. You might get around a group of people that know way more than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you know what I'm saying, presenting yourself like you know it all is gonna be like, all right, well, go ahead, take that. You feel me?
Man, it's I read so many books. Here we go. Damn, I'm gonna just say this one. It's a saying, rich people constantly learn and grow, and poor people think they already know. And I be telling my son, anytime somebody giving me any game, I'm in any room, and it's a learning opportunity for me. Let's just say you telling me something, and you giving me some game from what you know. And let's say I already know it. I'm not gonna tell you, oh yeah, I know that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just take it. You gotta learn how to eat the chicken and spit out the bones. You don't need to know that. And also, when you do that, it's gonna make them not want to say shit to you no more, because it's like almost like a everything type of thing. Like motherfucker could be sitting talking to me for 15 minutes, and for 10 minutes, everything they was talking about, I know it already. But I did take away something in that last 5 minutes from the conversation, and my gratefulness, and man, thanks for sharing that with me. I appreciate you, bro. You put me on or whatever. When they learn something new, they not gonna have a problem coming to, hey, Reggie, he listen.
Exactly.
He take information in. I'm finna go tell him what I just learned. But if you around here, I know that already. I know. That shit irritate me when motherfuckers do that.
Ain't gonna want to spill no knowledge.
I had to teach my son that. Like I'll be saying something to him. I know. And bro, stop that shit. Like I just how I broke it down to the room. That's how I broke it down to my son. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta. It's a lot of hacks in this world, and once you know them, you can maneuver, and it's just gonna put you on new levels, man. Get them new environments, and you're just gonna continue to grow.
Yeah, man.
Now that question in the DM, you want to tap into that, or we could do that later.
Yeah, no, we can. Yeah.
All right, bet. So let me go to it. All
I
right,
really
cool.
just hope I worded it right.
Nah, you
feel
did.
me?
You
'Cause,
did.
like, you know what I'm saying?
You did. I understood it. So, say I got an issue when it comes to dealing with quote unquote professional women. Not a problem keeping up with them because I got money, but because our lifestyles are so different, and even though I don't plan on doing what I do forever, and eventually want to become fully legit, I always fall back from professional women that want me because I don't feel like they can deal with what I come with or what comes with the lifestyle I live. So then I end up going back to the IG models, the bottle girls type. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
it's no slight to them too, cause I love all like,
Yeah, 100%. So I end
you
up
know,
going back
yeah,
to the IG models and the bottle girls. I know the professional woman is what I need, and the IG models, bottle girls, they just understand you.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, what I got to say to that is that's just you actually said it earlier, convincing yourself, because it's more so you than them, because that the aura, the confidence, and just how you gonna be presenting yourself. Because I've seen people move in rooms and situations where they didn't technically on the outside looking in, they technically that word was fucking me up. Technically didn't fit, but their confidence, trumped all of that. It kept them there. So as long as I feel like because what happens, you'll put a professional woman on a pedestal.
Definitely.
She's just a woman. They just have different professions. She's just a woman. She's just like, I don't want to say just like the IG model, whatever, but at the end of the day, she's still a woman. And so I don't put any woman on a pedestal. And when you don't put them on a pedestal and you just treat them with respect like a normal human being, they gonna fuck with you, because it's niggas that put them on pedestals and treat them differently because they at this level to that level.
Exactly.
And you know what I'm saying? You kick it with me, I'm gonna be the cool ass nigga that I am all the time. I'm not gonna be nervous because I'm around you, thinking just no. You know what I'm saying? So when you moving with when you trying to fuck with the professional women, I just feel as what women respect is when you can lay out your vision and let them know I'm not gonna be at this space forever. This the plan. I gotta do what I gotta do right now, but we gonna turn up one day for sure, and then that's a everyday thing. Some of them ain't gonna have the patience to like, oh, whatever. I don't want to be in that process or whatever.
Exactly.
And some of them gonna respect that shit, and just by you communicate that, you're gonna weed out the ones that didn't need to be there in the first place. But the biggest thing is not putting no woman on a pedestal, because when you put a woman on a pedestal, they know it, and you lose your power. You know what I'm saying? As soon as a woman feel like, you think so highly of her, she's gonna manipulate that situation. You know what I'm saying? And not like in a vicious way, but she gonna play on that. It is in their nature. You know what I'm saying? Versus the nigga who they love it. Versus the nigga who don't put him on a pedestal and maybe not treat him like shit at all, but treat them like they regular. Why you think they like them so much? Because all these other niggas is, oh, she's this, I'm talking to her type shit, and then you got the one nigga like, what's up? I fuck with you. It's just kind of like nonchalantish, and they like, I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? He don't look at me like this type shit. So if you look at all women like, I just treat all women with the most common respect as a human being. Nobody gets like special treatment until, you my woman.
Definitely. No, I ain't doing that.
Oh yeah, I know.
I ain't doing that.
Yeah, man. But y'all, yeah, that's the conclusion of Reinventing Yourself. And so the challenge for this week is to think about where you at. Think about what environments and what type of person you want to be. And I challenge you to start making the steps to reinvent yourself. Fight through that limiting belief. The first thing, like my boy said, you got to convince yourself. And after that, just start get 1% better every day. Think about the environment you want to be in and start, I guess, study it. Just do some research on it. What you need to do to get there and go be around it. You can temporarily be around it. If you know where you want to be, I'm pretty sure you got access to just feel it, just like the shit we was saying. But yeah, that's the weekly challenge for this week. So thanks for y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all follow me on A Man's Perspective on all platforms, YouTube, Instagram. I think YouTube, Instagram. That's it. But yeah, we're gonna catch y'all next time.
How many episodes